In a landmark and risky decision, the German government has approved a proposal allowing the armed forces to shoot down unidentified flying object drones in response to a spate of suspicious activity near military bases, critical infrastructure, and industrial sites. Chancellor Olaf Scholz's cabinet approved the plan on Wednesday, marking a significant shift in Germany's approach to aerial threats. The proposal, which still requires approval from the Bundestag, is framed as part of a broader strategy to counter suspected espionage from Russia and China. However, the issue becomes murkier with Russia and China denying involvement, and military insiders suggesting that the technology behind these drones far exceeds what is currently available to any known nation. The decision to escalate Germany's defensive measures comes after an increase in UFO drone activity in sensitive areas across the country. These sightings have reportedly taken place near military bases, energy facilities, and key industrial sites, raising alarms about potential threats to national security. The objects in question exhibit behaviors that have confounded experts. They lack visible propulsion systems such as wings or rotors, evade radar detection, hover silently, and outmaneuver even the most advanced fighter jets. This level of sophistication has led to widespread speculation about their origins. While initial suspicions pointed to state-sponsored espionage by adversaries like Russia and China, both nations have denied any involvement. These denials, coupled with the technological capabilities observed in the UFO drones, have fueled debates about whether these objects are terrestrial in origin or represent something more enigmatic. From a national security perspective, the presence of unidentified drones near critical infrastructure is a cause for serious concern. Such activity poses risks to military readiness, economic stability, and public safety. Drones capable of avoiding radar detection and operating undetected for extended periods could gather sensitive intelligence, disrupt essential services, or even execute targeted attacks. Germany's decision to authorize the use of force against these drones underscores the urgency of the threat. Shooting down unidentified drones is a dramatic measure, reflecting the government's determination to protect its strategic assets. However, this approach also introduces challenges, particularly in ensuring that defensive actions are proportionate and do not escalate tensions with other nations or inadvertently endanger civilians. The unusual characteristics of the drones have led many military insiders to question whether they are products of terrestrial technology at all. Observers have noted that the object's ability to hover motionless, operate silently, and execute abrupt, high-speed maneuvers far surpasses the capabilities of conventional drones or aircraft. This has sparked comparisons to unidentified aerial phenomena reported in other parts of the world, including the infamous Tic Tac UFO encountered by US Navy pilots. If these drones are not the work of foreign adversaries, their origins become a profound mystery. Some speculate that they could be the result of experimental technology developed in secret, possibly by private corporations or rogue actors. Others entertain the possibility of extraterrestrial origins, though such claims remain speculative and lack concrete evidence. The German government's decision comes at a time of heightened geopolitical tensions. By approving a shoot-down policy, Germany is signaling its readiness to take decisive action against perceived threats. This move aligns with broader efforts among NATO allies to strengthen defenses against hybrid warfare tactics, which include the use of drones for surveillance and disruption. However, Germany's approach also raises questions about the legal and ethical implications of engaging unidentified objects in national airspace. The Bundestag's approval process will likely include debates over the rules of engagement, the criteria for identifying threats, and the potential consequences of shooting down objects whose origins are unclear. Balancing the need for security with the risk of unintended escalation will be a key challenge for German lawmakers. Germany's encounters with advanced drones are not isolated incidents. Reports of similar objects have surfaced in countries around the world, from the United States to Japan. These sightings often share common characteristics: objects that defy traditional aerodynamics, operate without visible propulsion, and exhibit behaviors that suggest advanced intelligence. The global nature of these sightings has led to increased collaboration among nations in investigating the phenomenon. Organizations like the US Department of Defense's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office and the United Kingdom's UAP Task Force are actively studying these incidents, sharing data, and developing strategies to address potential threats. Germany's decision to engage these drones militarily represents an important contribution to this international effort, though it also underscores the need for greater transparency and coordination. While Germany's shoot-down policy addresses immediate security concerns, it also introduces significant uncertainties. For one, identifying the drones' origins remains a critical challenge. If they are revealed to be the work of a foreign adversary, military engagement could escalate into broader conflicts. Conversely, if the drones are later determined to be experimental or private in origin, their destruction could have legal and financial repercussions. There is also the possibility that the drones represent phenomena beyond human understanding. Engaging with objects that may not conform to terrestrial expectations could have unpredictable consequences, both politically and scientifically. As such, Germany's actions will likely be closely watched by the international community as a test case for handling these enigmatic encounters. Germany's decision to authorize the armed forces to shoot down UFO drones has sparked intense debate, particularly on social media platforms. While the government views the move as a necessary step to protect critical infrastructure and national security, many people online have raised serious concerns about the implications of such actions. Skeptics argue that engaging these unidentified aerial phenomena is a risky strategy given their unknown origins and seemingly advanced technology. The debate underscores a growing unease about humanity's readiness to confront the unknown. One of the primary concerns raised on social media is the uncertainty surrounding the origins of these UFO drones. Are they foreign espionage tools, experimental technology, or something entirely beyond human understanding? Without clear answers, many people feel that a shoot-first approach could escalate tensions unnecessarily. If these drones are terrestrial in origin, their destruction could have significant political ramifications. For instance, if they belong to a foreign adversary like Russia or China, shooting them down could be interpreted as an act of aggression, potentially worsening international relations. However, both nations have denied involvement, and military insiders have suggested that the technology observed in these objects far surpasses anything currently known, making terrestrial origins seem less likely. This ambiguity has led many to caution against immediate military action. Critics argue that engaging an unidentified object without understanding its purpose, origin, or capabilities could provoke unintended consequences. Some point out that if these drones are extraterrestrial, shooting them down could be interpreted as a hostile act, potentially inviting retaliation from an advanced civilization. The technological capabilities of the UFO drones are another major point of concern. Observers have noted that these objects lack wings or visible propulsion systems, can hover silently, evade radar detection, and outmaneuver even the most advanced jets. These characteristics suggest a level of engineering far beyond current human capabilities. On social media, users have speculated about what this technological disparity implies. Many worry that humanity is simply not equipped to deal with such advanced objects. If these drones are reconnaissance tools, their operators, whether terrestrial or extraterrestrial, clearly possess a superior understanding of physics, engineering, and perhaps even warfare. Attempting to engage them militarily could expose vulnerabilities in our own technology and defensive systems. This perceived imbalance has fueled discussions about whether humanity should focus on peaceful observation and communication rather than confrontation. Some commenters argue that destroying the drones would only provide a temporary solution, leaving the larger mystery unsolved. Instead, they advocate for investing in research and international collaboration to better understand these phenomena. The debate over Germany's policy also draws parallels to historical encounters with the unknown. Many social media users have referenced past incidents where human actions led to unintended consequences due to a lack of understanding. For example, during the Cold War, misinterpretations of unidentified objects often heightened tensions between superpowers, bringing the world dangerously close to conflict. These historical lessons serve as a reminder of the risks involved in making hasty decisions about phenomena that are not fully understood. Critics argue that a more cautious approach, focused on gathering data and analyzing the drone's behavior, would be wiser than engaging them militarily. They point out that the current lack of understanding about these objects means humanity is operating in uncharted territory, where every action could have far-reaching implications. Beyond the practical risks, Many online discussions have touched on the ethical and philosophical implications of shooting down UFO drones. If these objects are extraterrestrial in origin, their destruction raises questions about humanity's readiness to engage with other civilizations. Some users argue that responding with aggression would reinforce negative stereotypes about human behavior, potentially damaging any chance of peaceful contact. Others have raised concerns about the potential loss of valuable information. Destroying a drone could eliminate the opportunity to study it up close and learn more about its design and capabilities. In this context, critics argue that capturing or observing these objects without destroying them would yield more benefits in the long term. Supporters of Germany's decision argue that it is necessary to protect national security, particularly given the sensitive locations where these drones have been observed. However, even some proponents acknowledge that the policy should be implemented with caution. Striking the right balance between defensive action and scientific inquiry is essential to avoid escalating tensions or missing opportunities for discovery. International cooperation could play a crucial role in addressing these challenges. By sharing data and resources, nations could develop a unified approach to studying and managing the UFO phenomenon. This would help ensure that decisions are based on comprehensive information rather than isolated incidents or assumptions. As mentioned, the UFO drones observed above military installations share several remarkable characteristics that set them apart from conventional aircraft or drones. These objects are often described as lacking visible propulsion systems, such as wings or rotors, yet they can hover motionlessly, accelerate instantaneously, and change direction abruptly. They operate silently and are often invisible to radar systems, further complicating efforts to track or identify them. Reports from military personnel indicate that these drones exhibit behaviors suggestive of advanced intelligence or programming. For example, they appear to respond to military activities, such as training exercises or weapons testing, by positioning themselves strategically or engaging in what seems like reconnaissance. This has led to speculation that the drones are either highly advanced surveillance devices or represent technologies beyond human understanding. The presence of UFO drones near military installations raises serious national security concerns. These objects could potentially gather intelligence on sensitive operations, disrupt military activities, or even pose a direct threat. Their ability to evade detection and operate undeterred near high-security areas highlights vulnerabilities in current defense systems. Advancements in technology and research are essential to unraveling the mystery of UFO drones. Efforts are underway to develop new detection systems, such as quantum radar, which could potentially identify objects that evade traditional radar. High-resolution imaging and AI-driven analysis may also provide clearer insights into the behavior and structure of these drones. International collaboration could play a crucial role in addressing the phenomenon. By pooling resources and data, countries may be able to identify patterns and draw more definitive conclusions about the drone's origins and purpose. Transparency and public engagement will also be important to maintain trust and ensure that findings are shared responsibly. The mystery of UFO drones has captured the imagination of people worldwide, fueling debates about technology, security, and humanity's place in the universe.